What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here, back with more Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. This is our Rise of the Forsaken campaign. This is, of course, 4th edition, and I will be your GM, your DM for the night, Mr. Jumbo Thick, and I am joined by the entire Unfortunate Fellowship this time around. We've got Doobie 209 back. Tentatively, we'll see if he has to leave during the sesh. Hopefully not. Jumbo Smooth and Mr. Pierce Galactic. If you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves briefly, because I want to get into this session.
Hello everyone, I am Jumbo Smooth. I'll be playing the role of Marius Wolf. I'm a pit fighter, former miter, 27 years old, looking to get into it.
I'm always getting into it, right?
What's going on, guys and gals? DB209, I am back, reprising the role as Seamus, and it's good to be back. I missed it. Thank everybody for all the comments in the last 2 videos. I try to give them all thumbs up, but it's good to be back, and let's get going. I'm ready.
Yes, indeed. And last but not least,
what's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, bro. What's
go
up,
ahead.
everybody? This is Pierce Galactic, possibly playing Bragging Bennot for the last time. We will
Maybe.
find out. But maybe. Let's see. Hopefully Seamus will run in guns blazing. But yeah, I think I'll just hand it back to you, Jumbo. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, I'm excited about this sesh. I'm eager, a little eager. So let's bring it back down. Let's do a brief recap on the events that have unfolded up to this point. The Fellowship had found themselves all the way tracking the kidnapped Lady Emma, Bragadine's youngest sister, from her wedding venue at the grand tournament being held in her honor by a foul creature of the night, Sir Mihail Freeze, a interesting character that has ties to the Bennot family in some form or fashion. You tracked him to the Black Barrows with the aid of Sir Tristan DeVry, a Grail Knight of the Lady, and a contingent of men-at-arms and Grail Pilgrims. You entered into these barrows and discovered the whereabouts of not only Lady Emma and these vampire creatures, but also Seamus McCready, who was kidnapped previously as well by a foul creature, the massive gargantuan Vargeist that snatched him off the top of a tower and just flew away as he let it happen, just seeing where it went. You ended up all meeting together, fighting off a bunch of undead, and discovering a ritual was taking place deep beneath the barrow itself in some kind of long-forgotten cavern. There was a massive contingent of undead, including many a vampire lord and a vampire master, and it turns out some kind of black dragon. Ultimately, you foiled the plans of either this dragon or this vampire. It's hard to tell which was the master, as it spoke to Monsieur Bennot in his mind, commanding him, though he resisted. Marius and Seamus were both laid low during the fight by Sir Mihail Freeze, who in return was struck down by Bragadine. You managed to escape, all of you, and thwart the ritual, as well as take Lady Emma with you. I would say that was a firm success, though all of you were battered and beaten by the time you left. Marius having a grievous wound to the stomach where a piece of stalactite pierced his guts, injuring his back, tearing a muscle. Seamus rendered completely unconscious and not able to be awoken, possibly due to the full spectral form that he took on after he was stabbed through the back with his own demonic blade. You killed the Vargeist in its nest with the help of Sir Tristan DeVry and managed to escape the barrow. It was a few days' ride back to the Castle Bennot. You discovered that one of the men-at-arms had taken a book, or more or less had been compelled to take a book that was carried by the necromancer Gaston, who was performing the ritual. The book was then consumed by the equally demonic possession in Marius Wolf's satchel that ate said book and became one, as has been known to do. Upon your arrival at the Bennot estate, you realized that very little had been done to repair any damage and disorder that has been inflicted upon your lands over the past week. Plenty of time to at least clean up the bodies, at least put out the fires. But nothing had been done. In fact, if anything, there was more corpses than usual. The skylight was dim and overcast, as it has been for well over a week at this point. Bragadine, you stopped a rider, one of several, leaving your household, and questioned him about some kind of urgent message he was instructed to deliver to some of the nearby leaders in the province of Paravon, some fellow noble families. Upon seeing it sealed with your family's crest, you let the rider pass. When the three of you entered the court, the inner gate of the Chateau de Bennot, you were disgusted to find that there was a gibbet that had been constructed and several men-at-arms hanging by their neck, dead. All of the men present, living at least, could not meet your gaze, were ashen-faced, and all looked away. Instead, you were quickly invited inside by an elderly, hobbled servant, blind, in fact, that apparently is named Francois, who led you inside the castle.
Dear Francois.
Marius, Lady Emma, and Seamus were all being led by this blind man up the stairs to a room where you could lay Seamus down in his weakened state. In the meantime, Bragadine was called into the courtyard, and into the main dining hall. The tables had been pushed to the side. All of them had been cleared except for a single table. His brother paced silently on the other side, and upon his arrival began questioning and accusing Bragadine of foul things. It was then revealed that Bragadine's brother is no longer the man he was when you first left. A platter was laying across the table, and after he explained that your mother was at fault for the massive tragedy that has befallen your household and your lands, he decided to give you one last meal, a parting gift. You revealed the contents of the platter, and it was in fact the head, decapitated in a horrid look of fright, of Lady Erica Bennot, Bragadine's mother. Your brother then leaned in as you screamed out. You could see that his skin was porcelain white. His fangs had been elongated, and there was fresh blood coating his chin. And he obviously is no longer human. And that's where we left off. And that's where we're going to pick up. So, we are picking up with Bragadine Bennot. Bragadine, you just screamed out. All of this just happened. I need you to roll me initiative.
All right. I believe I hurled the top of the silver platter to him
We're about to.
Adam.
We're about to see if this happens quick enough.
Ah, there we go.
Ooh.
All right, so I've got 13.
13. All right, let me see what I got. Ooh, shit. All right. All right, Bragadine. I'm going to give you a chance, Bragadine, as your brother is smiling. He just bellowed at you to scream for him. And what is going to be your action?
I didn't have my sword was in my scabbard, right?
Yes, your sword's
I
in
didn't
your
have my sword
scabbard.
drawn.
Your shield
Okay.
is on your back.
My action will be to get the shield off my back and ready it.
Okay. So you're in the process of reaching back for your shield in horror. And if you will remember, Bragadine, you also are under the effect of a fear condition. As you were deeply frightened by what just transpired and the unnatural presence of the man that was your brother. And he, unfortunately for you, Bragadine, is going first in the initiative order. As you reach back for your shield, he grabs a hold of the table and throws it as hard as he can towards you. I need you to give me a dodge roll, Bragadine, like your life depends on it, because this
come
table
on.
is large and heavy.
Oh, I got a 3! Oh, yes!
How
I got a
many
3 out
levels of success?
Okay. Well, I've got one level exhaustion still, so it would have been a 22, and I got it's 2 levels of success.
2 levels of success. Let me make sure what I've
Yeah,
got
it would have been
here.
a 23. I mean, yeah.
All right. I think. Yep, Bragadine. You very quickly duck down low and the table spins end over end over the top of you, smashing in the nearby wall with such force that it easily would have crushed a man. And now you see your brother in the candlelight dangling from the only source of illumination in this room, the large candelabra above you. He is not wearing any armor. He appears to be dressed in this almost some fine dining clothes. He doesn't even have his sword on his person, but you can see that his hands, the fingernails have grown into elongated claws, and he looks more bestial than man at this point. And his eyes glaze over red, the entire eye, and he lets out a scream. And Bragadine, it is now your turn.
I yell out, and maybe this will be my free action. Be gone, you demon spawn! And how far is the door behind me?
Oh, you're in the center of the Grand Hall. The door is going to be at least 100 feet behind you.
Okay. How far away from me is he?
He is within 10 feet of you. Not in melee yet. But he just threw a probably 500 or 600 pound table, and it looked like he barely broke a sweat.
Hold on. I'm gonna roll a dice real quick to decide what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Alright. Even I charge, odd I run. I start to back away, looking around the room, trying to see if there's anything that can help me, holding
Okay.
the shield up.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception test.
Okay. Let me see. 61. So I got 39 out of 61. 2 levels of success.
2 levels of success. Okay, Bragadine, you begin to glance around, and the light is very, very dim in here, Bragadine. You do, however, hear a scratching noise, which you did hear before, coming from a door off to your right, which would be the kitchens. You did not see anyone enter or leave from this door, but you hear something inside scratching and fumbling around actively. You also see that the blood dripping from your brother's face is much more fresh than you realized. It looks like he is recently fed. And you glance behind him, and you see a body. With 2 levels of success, you can't make it out completely, but you see a person laying in the darkness, not too far back from where he once was standing. As you begin to back away, and you can go ahead and give me a cool test at this point.
Okay. Ooh, we're gonna drop a fortune point on that. Oh, I got 12 out of 70.
12 out of 70. Good. Because is that the end of your turn, Bragadine?
I believe so, because my shout was my free action.
Yes.
I really wanted to.
Yeah.
Hoping that maybe anybody else will hear me, but yeah.
We will get to that in a moment. You begin to back away, and your brother takes a step towards you, and as he does, you had to make a cool test, or your resolve was going to shatter. And you, however, hold firm despite the trembling in your arms, as just the fearful presence emanating off of him is palpable. And we are going to switch away from you for now, Bragadine. And I am going to need Marius Wolf to give me a perception test.
All right. That's a 13 out of 37 with my minus 20.
Okay, Marius, you, Emma, and the unconscious Seamus that you are helping up the stairs. You get to the top of the stairs and you hear a cry from down below. It sounds like it's coming from the main dining hall. The blind man stops and looks back. What do you do?
Francois?
Yes, Francois.
He looks back at me.
He kind of just looks back in that direction. He is obviously blind. His head's just moving in that direction, as if he heard the sound as well.
Can I tell if it's Bragadine, or just know that it's something made a noise?
You would just hear the noise. A shout.
Okay. A shout. Okay. And Emma heard it too?
Emma heard absolutely nothing. She's too enamored with trying to hold Seamus up.
Well, she's holding Seamus currently, I guess?
She's currently, yeah, she's kind of under one shoulder and you're under the other. You're holding the bulk of his weight.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, Emma. Please, set him down. Set him down.
In the hallway?
Yes.
I don't understand.
I start to set him down.
Yeah, you start to set him down. And with your successful perception test, Marius, you see two of the doorways are open as if the doors have been torn off their hinges in this long hallway that you know leads to the bedroom, the bedchambers of Bragadine's mother and father. As well, the rooms that you had Seamus stay in at one point previously after the tournament. This is a very long, straight hallway.
Yeah.
2 of the doors have been ripped off completely. And though the light is almost non-existent up here, as there is almost no illumination, most of the torchlight has been snuffed out. There's a few candles barely flickering. But with your heightened eyesight, you're able to make out shambling shapes spilling into the hallway some 60 feet ahead of you. And they are coming in your direction.
Is there anything behind me?
Behind you is the staircase.
I'm setting Seamus down. Lady, there's creatures up ahead. I heard a scream. It might have been your brother. Something is wrong here, very wrong. Stay close to Seamus.
Of
You
course.
feel cold chill. You feel cold chill. Run from Seamus as quickly as you can. I grab my pick. I say, "Stay there, my lady." I, try to use a little bit more forceful of a voice.
Okay.
Grab my pick. Francois, out of the way. And I kind of push him to the side a little bit.
You push him. Go ahead and give me strength check, Marius. Let's see how easily you push this old, decrepit man out of the way. Oh, yes. Please break him.
Oh, no. It's a 38 out of
Yes. Yes.
50.
Yes. Oh,
It's
yes.
not as bad as normally is.
Yes. Yes.
Let's push him down the stairs.
This old blind
Believe
man.
an old blind man.
You go to push past him,
Taught all the
and
Bennot children.
you don't reach your hand out. You just check him with your shoulder, and he and then falls against the wall, just head first, crack, and just slumps down.
To the wall. Oh, no.
God.
He just slumps down into the wall, and he's not moving.
Whoops.
Oops!
Ruptured his pelvis.
as you charge forward.
Shall be merciful.
As you charge forward.
I hobble forward.
Yeah, you hobble
15
forward
feet.
at your half speed due to your grievous wound. And I need Seamus McCready to give me an endurance test.
All right. Any negatives?
Not yet.
Okay. That's a 38 out of 67.
Okay, Seamus. Your eyes flitter open after the resounding crack of Francois' skull onto the wall of the hallway, and you kind of, your eyes open up, and you're in a dark corridor. You are no longer deep in the barrows. That's the last thing you remember. Was the fangs of Sir Michael Freeze, almost laughing at you as you could not penetrate his helm with your sword. And you are awake with your toughness bonus and wounds, and that's it.
All right. That's not much.
Yes. You do have 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh.
A single point. For now. But you have your senses about you, and I need the both of you to roll me initiative at this point.
That is I also have a 13.
Okay. And Marius?
I rolled a 15.
So, Marius, then Seamus. Got it. All right. Okay. As this happens, we are now firmly in initiative order, and I will be passing between the three of you. So, at the top of the round, we have Marius Wolf. Marius, you see the shambling forms beginning to flicker in and out of some of the candlelight, and though you can tell their humanoid shape, you see quite a few of them beginning to choke the hallway before you. They're completely silent. And as the lead form begins to crest before you, it's about 60 feet before they looks like they'll be able to cover any ground, that much distance at least. And they're not moving very quickly whatsoever. The first one takes a step in, and you recognize the clothing, at least. It looks like the robes that the servants of the Bennot household wear. It is caked in old, dried blood. And the leg is bent at an awkward angle, and yet it is still moving. And these are most certainly zombies. What would you like to do?
How many? Can I tell?
You
now?
can see the hallway is being choked. If you had to guess, until they get closer, you can use your action to give me a perception test, or you can just use your action for something else. It's up to you.
They're 60 feet away?
60 feet, yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I'll try to move up my 20.
Okay.
Can I... There's no ready action in this game, is there?
I've been letting you guys ready actions.
I'll ready an action to attack if they happen to get in my range.
Okay, yes. The first...
But I'm
the
try
first...
to put as...
Go ahead.
I want to try to put as much distance between me and Emma and Seamus.
Okay,
And I guess
yes.
poor Francois, on the ground.
Per Francois.
Poor man.
Poor old blind man that Marius threw into a wall.
I didn't have to count.
I wasn't trying to.
You walk forward and you prepare yourself, Marius. You grasp the pick in both hands. You are sweating and you are preparing yourself for what's to come. I need you to make me a cool test, Marius.
Okay. 21 out of 45 with my minus 20.
Okay, so you manage to keep your cool, Marius, and it's a good thing you did in this moment, as it is now the creature's turns, as I may have fibbed to you. They're not exactly zombies, or at least not normal zombies, as it is. The lead one steps into the flickering light, and the skin is molten and looks like it's sloughing off. You see bone and for a hand where everything has been stripped bare. And where the creature was shambling, suddenly the limbs begin to crunch and crack and shift back into the normal position. And this thing takes off at a fast sprint in your direction.
Shit.
You now
like
count.
Cool?
No, you now count 8 servants, zombie servants, and with the zombies you've encountered thus far have not moved with grace like this. It's rather unnatural. And though you don't know enough about magic, I can't explain to you much else. Just know that they are not your average zombie. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Yes. But they are in fact people. They're not ghouls or anything like that. They're just they're heightened in a way. You can tell by their movements at least. And the lead one comes into range first, so I'll allow you to make a attack.
Okay. That is an 18 out of 50.
All right. What is the damage on this attack?
Let me see. That would be. Oh yeah, I forgot. That would be 20.
It's more than enough.
One.
You easily split this creature down the center with a overhead slam down, crushing its head down and splitting into the body. The undead servant just crumples at your feet. And many, many more come in your direction. Let me roll. Oh, yes, indeed. It looks like 5 creatures are stumbling towards you, Marius, clawing as they are running. You're about to experience something. Let's see here. Go ahead and defend yourself, Marius.
All right. I rolled a 7 out of 6.
Okay, are you using your pick or are you dodging?
Pick.
Okay. All right, you slap aside a naked claw of the nearest servant. Go ahead and roll me another one.
Right. That's a 10 out of 70.
Okay.
Oh.
This time you plunge the pick through the jaw of a lunging mouth, piercing through the brain. You see the eyes, which are lit with that all too familiar bellfire, snuff out, and the creature falls backwards into its kin. Dead. Defend yourself another time, Marius.
Damn it. Not as good. I'm gonna re-roll that one. I failed. That
Okay.
was pretty bad. A little better. That's a 45 out of what is that now? 80.
Okay, so that is 3 levels of success.
Mm-hmm.
Marius, the next heightened zombie slashes at you with its clawed hand, and you're too distracted after plunging your pick into the and laying low a second zombie, and it claws across your face, dealing 8 wounds.
Ooh, fuck.
Are you?
Is it a crit?
No, it is not a critical hit.
Okay.
So you can still subtract if you have any armor, and then of course your toughness bonus.
Don't have any armor on my head anymore.
Okay, so you lose 1 momentum.
Okay. Subtract my damage real quick.
And
Right.
I need you to defend yourself one last time, Marius, as a 5th creature stumbles where the last one fell and lunges towards you.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to reroll one more time. It was too
Yes,
bad.
do
It
it.
was critical
do
fail.
It. No, accept your critical fail. Accept it.
It was the worst one you could ever get. It was 100. I rolled an 8 on this one.
An 8. Okay, yeah, and this time you bring the haft of your pickup, and its open jaws, clamp down onto your shaft. No pun intended, and you push it backwards from you.
Zing.
As that happens, Seamus, you have regained your consciousness, and you are being assisted in a standing position by Lady Emma. She notices that you begin to move, and and she screams out. Let's see here. Yep. Lady Emma goes pale, Seamus. Completely pale. And she just falls limp at the top of the stairs. Falls down. You move down to a knee, Seamus, as you see 3 more creatures stumble around the mosh pit that is Marius Wolf, around the sides of him, and come lunging in your direction. I need you to defend yourself, Seamus, as they have ran a total of 60 feet. They are covering significant ground. And they have an opportunity to try to kill you.
Do I have my sword on me? Or
You have your sword, and I would say that you were not stripped of any of your belongings. So everything you had on you before your fight, except for probably your Thunderer, because that'd be a little uneasy, like hard to put on you. Your pistols, your sword, all of that is where it was before.
All right, I'm gonna draw the sword with the fast action it's got there.
Okay. Do you want to attack as soon as it comes into range?
If I can attack, I know I'm on one leg, so I know my movement is limited.
Yes, but you're technically not prone, so you can use your fast action if you'd like to. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
I'll have to burn a fortune point. Starting off hot. Even better. All right, that's a 21 out of 63.
Okay, the first one comes charging in, Seamus. You take it in the left arm. How much damage is that from you?
12.
12? Ooh, 12 wounds? Okay. That's pretty good. You slice deeply into the arm, almost severing it. You see it barely hanging by some sinew. The creature doesn't even mouth any or flinch away from the pain. It just keeps stumbling towards you after you slice through this. You need to make me an endurance test, however, Seamus.
All right. That is a 54 out of 57.
Barely. All right, Seamus. You recover 2 wounds as you feel a all too familiar burning sensation shift down the blade of your sword, and it feels cold. It's that cold, tingling, burning sensation as you feel unhealthy energy enter into your body. But you manage to keep yourself in check so far. And now it is going to attack you, Seamus, so I need you to defend yourself.
Can't use another fortune. That's a 99.
Yes, come on, let's burn them all. Let's do
That's not as good. That's 85 out of 63.
Ouch.
Is that 2 failure or 3?
2.
2? Okay.
Sounds like
2. After you cleave through the creature, your blade gets somewhat caught in the tissue, and you feel out of place as it lunges towards you. But somehow you manage to duck underneath a crazed blow, and you have gained a point of momentum, Seamus. However, there are 2 more creatures lunging towards you. I need you to defend yourself again.
Good lord, that's an 86 out of 73.
However, you're not as lucky this time, as a clawed, 2 sets of clawed hands from this ragged, tattered servant grasp around your throat, and and they begin to squeeze. And you only take 6 wounds. You can subtract your toughness bonus, but you are now grappled.
All right.
And so the next attack is going to have advantage on you, but you do get a chance to try to defend yourself. So go ahead and defend yourself one last time, as there's another creature trying to pile on top of you.
That's a 46 out of 53 with my exhaustion.
Out of 53, let me make sure I don't get anything weird with this. Where is it? Where is it? Just want to make sure I've got the grappled stuff correct. Okay. Okay. All right. So yes, you do manage to free your sword from the corpse nearby and slash at the next incoming zombie and keep it at bay. You can give yourself another point of momentum. And now it is your turn, Seamus McCready. However, you just used your action early.
Yes.
So you still have movement, but you are grappled. You do have a free action. I'm not sure what you can do with it, but go ahead.
Yeah, probably. I probably won't do anything since I'm grappled.
Okay. All right. In that case, that brings us to, drumroll please, Bracketing Bennot.
All right. I got a quick DM question.
Yes.
Is there any way, I don't know if it's actually a skill or a talent, I can taunt? Anything like that?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. It depends on how you would like to taunt.
All right.
You could You could give me an intimidation. You could give me a charm if you're trying to get him to do something. Either of those would be fine. However,
perfect.
This is getting a little disjointed. It is going to be your turn, but if you'll remember, your brother rolled slightly ahead of you in the initiative order. So technically, it's his turn now. So, Bragadine.
Let's give him one last chance.
Let's give him one last chance as he fairly smiles wide, Bragadine, displaying his fangs even more prominently. Yes, brother. You'll scream, all right. And he lunges once again, Bragadine. Go ahead and defend yourself.
8 out of, what does the shield give me?
You get a plus 20 with the shield.
Okay. Minus 10. 7, 8 out of 67, so that's 5 levels of success.
Okay. You catch his lunge on your shield, and you feel the weight of his person pressing against you. And he is going to attack one more time, Bragadine. Go ahead and defend yourself one more time.
All right. That was a point of momentum, though, right?
You do get yes, you will get 1 point of momentum.
Okay. All right, so 13 out of 77. That's 6 levels of success.
Okay, you shift the shield down one more time, and you are factoring in your exhaustion, correct?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. You shift the shield down one more time and bat aside a claw that was reaching underneath. You barely have time to see it and shift downward and smack aside a grasping hand. Looks like he was going to attempt to grab you by the throat. And his arms splay wide, and he hisses in your direction. And now it is your turn, Bragadine.
All right. What does the fear condition prevent me from doing?
Okay. You cannot move towards him willingly without making a cool test.
Okay.
To break the fear condition, you need to voluntarily, as a action, make a cool test to strengthen your resolve to break it. I forgot to mention you have a -10 to all tests right now involving the source of your fear. You would have passed your past two tests anyways, though I didn't roll very well. So just until you break it, you're at a -10 in addition to your exhaustion.
Okay. What if I drop a resolve on that fear condition?
With psychology conditions, you can make it temporarily go away for a round, but it isn't removed permanently until you make a test. So the choice is yours. What you would like to do.
Damn it. I'm gonna try and actually break the fear condition.
Okay, just go ahead and give me a cool test then. You're at a -20.
Oh my god.
Because of your exhaustion plus the fear condition.
But I still got 30 under 50. So that's 2 levels to success.
You break free. You snap to, Bragadine. Your inner nobility rising forward.
Praise the lady.
Yes, exactly. Praise her, indeed. And you are no longer shaken by the presence of this foul creature. You still have your movement and your free action, if you would like to do anything.
So we're still pretty much in the middle of the hall.
Yes.
He's right in front of me. The great hall doors are way behind me. Kitchen is basically I'm thinking to my side. And how far is that?
The kitchen is going to be, you're in the center of this hall, so you're looking at least 60 feet to the kitchen door. And it is off to your right. There's not much of anything to your left.
I'm going to drop one of my momentum.
If you're going to disengage, you have to drop. You have to use it all if you're going to disengage using that.
All right. I'm gonna, now that I'm no longer affected by fear by this pathetic demon spawn, I will ready myself and I will spit over the top of my shield in his face.
Okay, all right. I'll consider that your free action.
Yeah, that was my free action. That's all.
Your free action. A big glob of Bretonian spit just kind of across his face, and you see the shock. Go ahead.
There's your scream.
Oh. You see the shock in his eye, Bragadine, as his clawed hand reaches up and peels away some of the flesh where the spit hit, opening up cuts in his undead skin. And barely a trickle of blood passes over his cheek. And he looks infuriated. So I'm sure next turn is going to go very well for you. So we're at the top of the initiative encounter with Marius Wolf. We're back to you up in the upper stairwell. You are surrounded by... Well, you killed 2, so there are only 3 zombies around you currently, but you are being assailed. What would you like to do?
I'll attack whoever's closest. I rolled a 1.
All right. So the one on your right is they're all within close range of you, and you swing your pick outwards and just crunch the head off of another one of these zombies, powdering it into almost nothing. Just there's a part of a spinal column sticking up out of the torso as it flies outwards, and the body crumples down into the floor silently. And there are 2 to go. You have your movement and your free action if you so choose.
Unless they're moving away from me, I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. No, they are definitely not moving away from you.
Do I happen to notice that Seamus is up?
In the moment, give me a perception test.
All right. So 65 out of 37.
Yeah, you're too distracted currently, so you do not know. You did, however, hear Lady Emma give out a cry and then go silent.
Scream.
It wasn't so much a scream; it was more of like a very ladylike whimper. Yeah, exactly. So yes,
A swoon. Yeah,
that brings us to the creatures. Marius, I need you to defend yourself.
Oh boy. Uh, 17 out of 90.
Oh yes, easily knock aside a very telling blow, and I need you to defend yourself one more time.
57 out of 100.
Okay, once again, smacking aside a second attack, and that is all the zombies on you. However, that brings us to Seamus McCready. There are 3 creatures upon you, and they're about to begin attacking you. You do have the option. You can use your sword now if you want, or you can wait and do something else. The choice is yours.
No, we're going to use it now.
Okay.
First one's a 42 out of 63.
Okay, this time, Seamus, you have the creature that is attached to your throat currently and is trying to strangle you. However, the one that you nearly cut the arm off of begins to latch onto you and is going to bite down into your throat. And you instinctively carve outwards, and as you do, you draw the blade across its torso, spilling its guts out, and in that motion, its body kind of topples over as you have bisected it in two. And one of the zombies falls silently to the ground. However, the one attached to your throat is going to squeeze you now. I'm going to let you make an endurance test, an opposed endurance test versus its strength test.
All right. Let's see. Oh, God. That's a 76 out of 57.
Well, let me see here. Well, the creature goes to squeeze Seamus, and I don't know why. You're blessed by the power of death itself, as the creature goes to squeeze, and the fingers slip from around your throat, perhaps slick with fresh moisture and bile or blood from the creature you just killed, and its grasp breaks, and it stumbles forward with a critical fail on its attack roll. And you are free of the grapple. However, there is another creature that is going to try to bite your throat out, so I need you to defend yourself one more time.
42 out of 63.
Okay, you do manage to keep this one at bay, Seamus. And it is now your turn. You have your movement and your free action, if you so choose to do anything.
Am I at the top of the staircase?
You were at the top of the staircase, as well as there is the unconscious form of Lady Emma at your feet. And it looks like the creatures have not yet noticed her.
Yeah, I'll probably, if I'm not already, just position myself to stand over her. To protect her, because I'm a knight now.
Of course you are, Sir Seamus. Of course you are. And that will bring us...
That will be it.
All right, that brings us down to Brightine Bennot. as your brother just carved the flesh from his own cheek, and he is going to thrust out with his hand. And as he does, I need you to make me a dodge roll.
Okay. All right, we're going to use our last fortune point. Oh, no. We don't dodge it.
Okay. Well, how bad? That's all I need to know.
Well, I'm 56 out of... I can't use momentum at all on a dodge, right?
Yes, you can. You use your momentum.
Okay. I still would have failed it. So it was 56. So use my momentum, it would have been 53, 56 out of 53.
Okay, so
actually 56 out of 43.
Just a failure. Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you just barely missed it because he barely has a success on this. You don't take any damage, Bragadine, but the fresh, coagulated, disgusting blood that he just carved out of his cheek with is spattered across your eyes. You have a blinded condition now. So that puts you at I believe that is a second -10 to defending yourself. Let me make sure. Yes. All tests involving sight. And opponents get an extra 10 to hit you now. As his first attack. And his second attack, he is going to try to rip your throat out, Bragadine. So go ahead and defend yourself.
84 out of let me see, no momentum, so it'll be 20. 84 out of 57, so that's 2 levels of failure.
2 levels of failure, Bragadine. A hand shoots out as you are blinded and begin to stumble backwards, unable to position your shield in time as a hand reaches out and claws into your throat, dealing a mere 11 wounds.
All right.
You can subtract your toughness bonus. Yes. Are you still standing?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Could I... That wasn't a crit, was it?
No, it was not a crit. But you do lose 1 point of momentum. Well, actually, now you've lost 2 because you failed the first test as well.
Okay. Could I shed my my male coif to... I guess I don't need to really.
No. This isn't. You can use the armor as well if you're wearing the coif.
Okay.
Yeah. So you use the armor and your toughness bonus. Yes.
That's a 2. That's 6.
Okay, and it is in fact your turn, Bragadine, as you feel the lash out. Doesn't dig in quite as deep as it should have due to getting caught in the mail around your throat. But there you still feel a trickle of fresh blood beginning to spill down across your chest. What would you like to do?
I am. All right. Is that the best you could do? Michael Freeze and that head vampire, they at least gave me a challenge before I slaughtered them. No more will you desecrate this sigil on the shield. Or maybe I'm trying to taunt them a little bit.
Okay, all right. Are you going to go intimidate or are you going to go charm?
More charm. That's very mocking.
Right, go charm, and he's gonna have to make an opposed cool test. So go ahead and give me your charm roll.
Oh, there we go. So 25 under. I needed that earlier. 25 under 80. So 25 under 70. Does the blindness affect that too?
It does not. It does not.
Okay, so 25 under 75, 4 levels of success.
4 levels of success. That is literally Just enough, Bragadine, as your rebuttal seems to infuriate him even more. And you can give yourself a point of momentum.
Oh, shit. Awesome.
And I will give him a reckless on his next attack, so you might get an opportunity to retaliate if he misses. All right, and does that conclude your turn, Bragadine?
That's it. Yeah.
All right, that brings us now to the top of the round with Marius Wolf. Oh, and at the end of the round, your blinded condition is removed, Bragadine.
Oh, fantastic.
So the blood spills away from your eyes, and you can see clearly once again. So, Marius, your turn.
I'm going to attack another zombie.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. It's going to try to dodge.
That is an 87, so not very good out of 110.
It does not dodge. It is crushed beneath the weight of Marius Wolf.
Okay.
Easily crushed. They don't have... You deal more than enough damage to crumple one at a single blow, no matter what. So it is crushed beneath a mighty blow, and there's still one remaining. Unless you're going to move, Marius.
Probably not if I'm still engaged with this guy. Unless he's moving, I'm not moving.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. Go ahead and defend yourself, Marius.
Okay. 31 out of 110.
Okay. Yes. Once again, easily. Even though this thing is moving more like a normal person, it's not enough. You deflect another haphazard blow, a lunge with its bite. And that is that. That brings us now to Seamus McCready. There are 2 creatures left. Would you like to make your attack first, or are you going to wait?
I would like to make my attack first, please.
Oh, I forgot. Last time, I need you to make me an endurance test, Seamus, because you cleaved through a zombie.
Alright. That is a 38 out of 57.
Okay, all right. You are good. You do feel that surge, so you do recover 2 more wounds. And you can make your attack roll.
Are these zombies on the staircase, or are they on the landing?
They're on the landing, and your back is against the staircase, and you get the idea that the one that had his hands around your neck was going to throw you off down the stairs, but didn't get a chance to. So, yeah.
All right. Well then, I'm just going to slash at the closest one to me.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
That's a 76 out of 83.
Okay, you slash outwards as it begins to lunge inwards, and you slash wide, Seamus. You're off. It easily kind of shifts backwards, and you just hit nothing but air. And it is going to attack you now, so I need you to defend yourself.
Damn it. 31 out of 80. No, I lost my momentum. So 31 out of 53.
You only lose 1 momentum. You don't lose it all.
Oh, okay. So then 73.
73. Yeah. You do manage to parry aside another blow. And there is 1 more on you, Seamus, so I need you to defend yourself 1 last time.
Oh, that's a 75 out of... I got 1 momentum back, so 83.
All right, yep. Actually, you do as well. You managed to parry aside another wild blow. Despite all odds, Seamus, you're like hanging on by the skin of your teeth here. It's very, very. Your feet are being pushed, and your heels are at the edge of the stairs at this point, and you are being pressed, and it is not looking good. But you're holding out so far. And that brings us to your official turn. You have your movement and your free action, unless you are good where you're at.
If possible, I try to maybe sidestep so I'm not back up to the railing so I can't get pushed over, if possible.
Okay. You can do that. However, one of them would get an opportunity attack, unless you want to burn your momentum.
Oh.
It's up to you.
Yeah, we'll stay where we are because I'm rolling like crap right now.
Okay. All right. We'll stay where you're at then. That brings us down to Michel Bennot. Michel Bennot, your brother, enraged at the slight you just bestowed upon him, is going to very frenziedly lash out towards you. Go ahead and defend yourself.
Ooh, I got 20 out of 130. 20 out of 77, 5 levels of success.
5 levels of success, Bragadine. I'm going to give you a free attack, Bragadine. You have the opportunity to lash out with your shield.
Oh, yes, that's exactly.
So go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Here, let me help you get Gerard's face off the rest of you. 26 out of 40, that's 30. 26 out of 37. Excuse me, 26 out of 67.
67. Okay,
So
yes. Yes.
Yeah, 4
Much
levels
better.
of success.
Yeah. Bragadine, as he wildly lunges above you, you duck down, and you said 26, right? 26. Mm-hmm. You thrust the shield forward, and you hit him in his right arm, the one that he lunged above you. You hit him kind of in the like bicep shoulder area, and kind of takes him back a second. That is going to be, it's an improvised weapon because you're not proficient with shields. So that is 2 plus your strength plus your success levels. So how much damage is that from
5, 10, that'd be 12 total.
12 total. Okay. Let's see here. 4. Yes, all right. Good damage, Bragadine, as you smack into him, and you feel something kind of pop in his shoulder as you press him back for a moment. It's still technically his turn, and he's going to lunge forward and try to sink his fangs into you. So I need you to defend yourself one more time.
Okay. Damn it.
What is it?
I rolled 100.
Yes, Bragadine. Roll me another D100, please.
Damn it.
Do it.
23's right next to it. I was like, please keep
Do
rolling. 47.
47. Bragadine. You are out of position after your forward lunge. Your next action suffers a -10 penalty. That's not too bad.
No, that's not too bad at all.
That's not too bad. However, he lunges in with his bite, and as you're out of position, Bragadine, you don't have time to bring the shield back as the fangs sink deep into your throat. Ah!
No.
You scream out. You take, and this bypasses your armor. Well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It would get caught on the coif as well. So you can use your armor and your toughness bonus. It is going to be 9 wounds.
Okay, I'm still standing.
You're still standing. Okay. Does he draw blood from you, Bragadine?
I don't know.
Does he penetrate the skin? Do you have more armor? Like, do you have more than 2 points of armor on your head?
No, just the 2.
Okay, so yes, he does barely get the skin.
Okay.
However, he gets the skin. So you see as he pulls backwards, some of his bite got caught on the armor itself, but just enough did as he has fresh blood in his mouth, and you see the wound on his cheek begin to close ever so slightly.
Lady curse you.
And it's your official turn now, Bragadine.
All right. No more momentum. It's gone. Let me see here. I'm going to, and if I try to disengage, he's gonna. Will I get a chance to defend against an opportunity attack?
So your choices for disengagement are to burn all your momentum. You can do that to disengage free, or you can just run for it, and he gets a plus 20 to hit you, and you cannot defend against it. Or you can attempt a dodge roll, but if you fail the dodge, he hits you.
Okay, I thought I lost my momentum.
You lose one momentum each time you get hit.
Okay, all right. So and I'm out of position, so I'm going to actually spend my last point of momentum to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to move back and...
Which direction are you heading? Are you heading towards the doors, or are you heading towards the kitchen?
I'm headed towards a little bit behind. I'm headed away from neither one. I don't trust what's in the kitchen. I think it's zombies in there. I heard all this. Yeah, I don't know what's in there.
All right.
I guess I'm heading toward the kitchen a little bit. Actually, I've got an idea. So I'm kind of moving towards the kitchen, maybe 10 feet, something like half my movement, if possible.
Okay. All right. Well, half your movement is 20 feet because you can cover 40.
Okay. About 15.
Okay.
And can I... There's a question here. Can I drop the shield and draw my sword as a free action? Or would that be too...
I would allow you to do that. Sure.
Okay. I used my last momentum to disengage. I move back. I drop my shield, draw my sword.
All right.
Get to know the taste so we can finish this.
All right. You draw your sword, Bragadine. As you draw the blade, you discard the shield that bears the emblem, the crests, and the strange writing of some other race upon it as it clatters to the floor. The pendant swings out from under your armor. The golden pendant that Sir Tristan gave you swings outward, and you draw your naked blade. And does that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay, you do so. That brings us to the top of the round with Marius Wolf. There is still a single zombie engaged with you.
I'm going to attack him.
Okay, go and give me an attack roll.
Let's see. That's a 55 out of 110.
Okay. You easily crush the zombie as well, pulverize its insides as you just kind of check it with the blunt end of your pick, and it smacks into the nearby wall, very similarly to the old man you just recently almost killed. And you still have your movement and your free action.
Well, if I turn around now, do I see...
Oh, yes. You see Seamus. You see a dead zombie, and you see him currently in a vicious battle. He's about to teeter over the edge of the stairs, and there's two zombies upon him.
All right. How far?
I believe it was 20 feet, because you only moved up 20 feet.
Okay. Then I will... if you allow, I'm going to... Can I sling my pick on my back and get my knuckle dusters?
Sure. Yeah, as a free action, sure, I'd allow you to do that. You sling your pick around and then reach down into your pockets and grab a hold of your knuckle dusters, and they are ready to go.
And I'm hobbling over to combat range.
Yeah, you're hobbling over, and it's painful to move for you, but you manage to get over, and you get into melee with both of them. Would you like to do? Is that going to be it for you?
Glad to see you're up, Seamus. Let me give you a hand. And then I'm moving over there.
All right, it is now the creature's turn. The two zombies, one of them will peel away towards you, Marius, and the other one is going to stay on Seamus. Seamus, you have an opportunity to make an attack if you so choose. First.
Oh yeah, we're going to.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
That is let's see here, a 28 out of, what am I at now? 83.
Okay. Yeah. Once again, you cleave into the right arm. For some reason, it just had it outstretched. How much damage is that from you?
That is, let's see, I do 8. 13 total.
13 total. Almost enough, Seamus. Almost enough. It was close. You cleave into the arm and you take off half of the hand, so it only has 3 fingers left on it. Very ironic in a way. It is, of course, it's a female servant. You cleave into it, the digits fall to the side. It does not scream out. Go ahead and make me an endurance test.
That's a 30 out of 57.
Okay, Seamus, you do manage to stifle any unnatural urges, and you recover 2 wounds.
Yeah.
As you feel that cold trickle of energy move up your arm from your sword. And now the creatures are going to attack. So, Marius, go ahead and defend yourself.
Okay, I'm going to be dodging since I'm... Well, can I defend against their attacks?
Yes, because they're not using weapons. You can use your normal stuff.
Okay. Then I'll do that. Doing that here. Okay. 45 out of 100.
Yes, easily. You catch an outstretched arm, and though there is more strength behind the blow than there should be, given the kind of frail nature of the servant, it's nothing in comparison to the Marius Wolf, and you easily keep it at bay. Seamus, defend yourself.
That is a 50 out of 83.
Okay, Seamus, you do as well manage to batter aside another grasping claw, still teetering on the edge of these stairs. And that brings us back to Monsieur Bennot. As you drop the shield, Bennot, your brother, almost in a frenzy at this point. You shouldn't have done that, brother. And he's going to lunge at you. I need you to defend yourself. Now, Bragadine, if you attempt to defend yourself with your sword arm, it's going to be at a -20 because it's your offhand. You can dodge with no penalty, however.
I rolled terrible either way.
Oh, let me hear what you roll.
So I rolled a 94.
Okay. How many levels of failure is it?
It is a 5. It is 5 levels of failure.
I guess the dice are with you and Seamus today. Let's see here.
They are.
Let's see what
Serves
happens
me right
here.
for taunting them.
As he lunges, a full lunge towards you, and as he does, you duck to the side, and he is out of position. God damn it. As he stumbles past you, and you're moving in the direction of the kitchen door. And you can see now the kitchen door is moving slightly as he stumbles past you, and now he's interposed himself between you and the kitchen door as he clutches a claw, digging it into the floor of the grand hall, catching himself from his momentum, spinning around, and then lunging again. So I need you to defend yourself a second time.
Ooh, we got 22. Hold on. Whew. Let me see, 37. That would have been minus 20?
Yes.
Okay, so I got one level success, but it's a crit.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
That's 81.
81. Okay, and roll me one more.
Okay. That's a 47.
47. Oh. Bragadine. First off, how much damage is that from you?
Let me see. So 9. It's only one, just a success. So would that count as 1 or?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, just a success. It's just going to be whatever your blanket of damage is.
That's 9. 9 points.
9 points. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
9. Okay. Bragadine, you lash out, and as you do, you lop off a few of the toes from your brother's feet as you cleave through part of some of his boot, and you see the end of his boot fall free, and some gnarled-looking toes just clatter to the floor as he lunges over and spills to the ground, rolling as he screams out, and his foot is openly bleeding, and he's kind of favoring one leg over the other as he slowly rises, and he looks severely hurt in the process. And it is now your turn, Bragadine.
All right. Let me see. We're gonna. How far away is he from me?
He's going to be within melee range.
Okay.
But now he's on the opposite side since he lunged twice. So you're back where you were before.
Okay. I strike at him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
41 out of... Thank God I got one in my last one. I got 41 out of 47.
I knew this was going to happen at some point. Let me roll here. Let me see. Do you have any armor on your body, Bragadine?
Oh yes.
Okay. Can you survive 10 wounds if you shed your armor?
It's not a good start.
Yes.
That means you can take it. Nice.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
So you can negate this critical hit. It still hits you as you lunge in. And as you do, he lashes outwards with inhuman speed and slashes across your chest. It rips through your outer layer of armor, so your -1 armor to your chest, whatever that is. I'm not sure. Did you have a plate, Curious? Or did you just have chainmail?
Yeah. I picked up a plate many sessions ago. I have a breastplate.
You have a breastplate? Okay, so it cleaves through the top layer of the breastplate. You still take the damage. So let me see. For you, that would be so 10 minus your armor and all that. But from here on, now you're -1 armor on your chest. So
okay.
But as you kind of flinch backwards, feeling the fresh wound underneath, and he licks his talon as he does, as the blood trickles into his mouth.
Ew.
and he recovers some wounds as you see some more of his. You see the bleeding on his foot trickle to a stop. And is that the end of your turn, Brigadine?
Good. I need a challenge.
Okay, then. That is the end of the round, then, if that's the case. We're back at the top.
Spit in his face.
You're back at the top with Marius Wolf.
Is there one still grappled on the Seamus?
They're no longer grappled, but Seamus is teetering on the edge here. There's one engaged with you. Technically, they're both engaged with you, with both of you. So
okay. I'm going to punch one.
Go ahead and punch one. I'm gonna try to dodge it.
I rolled a 55.
Okay.
Oh.
How much damage? How much fist punch damage is this?
Fist punch damage? Let me
Yes.
see. That would be. That would be 12.
That is
Fist punch
that's
damage.
just enough damage to. How would you like to kill the zombie with your bare hands?
I kind of envisioned it kind of like, attacking Seamus is like, just kind of like pull it away from Seamus like with one hand, and as it kind of spins around, just give it like a overhanded haymaker right to its face, and just cave it in, and then that's it. Just cave in its head.
You cave in its head, and the limp body stumbles past Seamus and begins rolling down the stairs with sickening thuds, limply. And I'm assuming that's the end of your turn?
Well, I picked up ambidextrous.
That's
so I'd
right.
like to use my other.
Yes, you have another
other
hand.
to punch the other one.
Go ahead
Yes.
and make me another attack roll.
This is a 20, so it's not a crit, because these are knuckle dusters.
Well,
I rolled a 20.
that's unfortunate, Marius, because I rolled a crit.
Oh no!
Oh.
as you roll to hit the zombie, somehow, some way, I guess it stumbles backwards in its kind of heightened movements, and as it does, it clamps down on your leg with its teeth and rips into the flesh. You can shed a piece of leg armor, or you can just take the hit. It's up to you. Okay, yes.
I will do so.
It's not a lot of damage. It's only 9 wounds.
Okay.
So and you can subtract all that, and then your left leg is minus 1 piece of armor.
My leather leggings, they're gone.
Yes, indeed. As it clamps down, it gets just a little
I'm
nibble.
gonna be naked at the end of this fight.
Damn right you will. You're gonna be in tatters.
This thing.
As it pulls free, just a little bit of Mary's flesh. And it's now going to lunge at Seamus McCready.
Speaking of shit.
But Seamus, you do get an opportunity to act first if you would like to.
Oh, yeah. All right. Ooh, that's a 5 out of 93.
Okay, yes, you easily parry aside a... no, this is an attack roll, so you easily cut into him. How much damage is that?
That's a lot. That should be 16.
16. Seamus,
Yeah, 16.
how would you like to end the existence of this last remaining zombie servant?
Ooh, as it comes lunging for me, kind of like duck to the side and with an upward thrust, just slice its head off as the head goes flying over the balcony down onto the landing. And then I look to Marius. And I tell him, "What the fuck took you so long?"
Are we counting? And I look back, point back to my my pile of bodies. You have a good
Alright,
nap.
I did until I got a bum leg, and you're just down there dicking around.
I had a rock fall on me while you were asleep. I pulled my back.
You broke your back.
I didn't break it. I pulled it. You know. Oh, that's.
Seamus,
let's hurry.
Seamus,
It's going down.
You regained 2 wounds, Seamus, and I need you to make an endurance test.
Oh shit! I'm about to kill Marius.
Yeah, please kill the defenseless woman at your feet. This would be so good.
Oh yeah, I would love that.
I rolled a 22.
Okay, yes, you do. With a critical success, especially, you do manage to contain any urges that might be boiling up inside of you, as you feel the sickening necromantic energy from the creatures you're slaying slide down into your body, but you're managing to hold it off somehow. And that brings us at the top of the landing. You guys are both standing there, apparently clear for now, and that brings us down to Brigadier Bennot. Monsieur Bennot, your brother, having slashed at you, is circling wide with its hands out, and he... Well, I see this. Your time in the Empire's done you well, brother. And he's going to try to lash out. Go ahead and defend yourself.
It has definitely made me the match for you. 13.
Yeah, you tell him.
Out of?
Right. Let me see. My penalties was out of 47. So that's 3 levels of
3 levels success. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is also by the skin of your teeth, Brigadier. You're barely moving quick enough here. You slash outwards and catch his arm with the blade, and you are cutting into him when you're doing this. It's just it doesn't appear to be doing significant damage to his vampiric form. And as you knock aside one blow, another quickly moves forward. Defend yourself one more time, Brigadier.
I got a 3. I have to kill this guy.
Brigadier, as he lunges forward, you knock aside a second blow, and it is your turn, Brigadier.
Come on, I'm right here.
I'll take a little stab at him.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Oh, 17. 37, 47, 57. 4 levels of success.
Okay, Brigadier.
Damn.
How much damage is that?
Brigadier the Vampire Slayer.
8. Let's see, plus another 5, 13. 13.
Okay. Give me one moment. Hold that thought. Prepare yourself. And think about how you want to end his existence, because I've got to go lay a baby down.
Oh! Shit, you did it!
Who over Buffy?
I'm not gonna lie.
Here comes Brigadier.
Shit.
I was worried.
So was I.
What's there to be worried about?
Oh god. I was worried about how much he was healing when he was
Me too.
drinking your blood.
I was like,
there's no telling where
even
his
though I was
head's
doing
at.
wounds, I was wounding him, but I was like, man, if he's getting back 8, 9 wounds each time, I'm not gonna do anything. I was literally just trying to survive, waiting for you guys to finish and come and save me.
I was hoping to get to you sooner, but just so many of the guys.
I know.
You know,
You were slaughtering them though.
All right.
can only attack so much.
So, Brigadier, how would you like to slay this creature?
I
Your brother.
pushed my sword up, and say, I kind of push up through the bottom of his chin. You know, the braggadine special, right out through the brain and out the brain case, right there.
Okay.
Whispering, so he can hear it. You don't deserve the title, Lord Bennot.
And the blade slides through his awestruck face. And you see what little flicker of life in his eyes vanish. And his jaw goes slack and cold, and he slides off the blade, unmoving, on the castle floor. And that's where we're going to take our first break, boys.